One time, put it down, shawty, get up on the ground. I don't know where you be, but I need you here with me. Stressed out on my mind heavily. Yeah, you're the only one.
Zest. We say bounce to the left, bounce to the left. Bend down, bounce to the left, bounce to the left. Bend down. If you're real bad girl, cock off your body. Clean pum make bad man happy. Sexy girl.
What is up, guys? What is up? So today I'm gonna be making brownies with my mom, as you can see. So yeah, right now I'm about to go get some of the major ingredients for the brownies. So that's the butter. Happy Mother's Day, guys. Happy Mother's Day. And also, this is my first time making brownies. I do not cook, and I am just trying to learn. Alright, guys, so now that we have our pan, we are going to go ahead and begin our process. Okay, now that all of that is done, we are going to cut a small cube piece of the butter off so that we can grease the whole pan. So please make sure that your pan is dry. So what you want to do is cut a piece off. Once you cut that little piece off, there you go. So once you're done cutting that piece off, so as you can see, we have began greasing the pan with the butter. So make sure that you get all the sides, make sure that you get the bottom of the pan, and grease it. Alright, guys, so now we got our unsweetened baker's chocolate. You can use chocolate chips, chocolate, any chocolate. These are chocolate bars. So let's go ahead and show you guys how the baker's chocolate looks. Alright, guys, so let's go ahead and open up the chocolate. So that is how the baker's chocolate looks. You're gonna piece it up, probably get it into 2 pieces per bar. So let's not piece it up too small, but let's get it into 2 pieces per bar. You don't want to try and do this by popping off one at a time. So 2 is enough. And once you have already broken each into 2 pieces, then you're done. So that is my chocolate. Alright, so now what we're doing is we need to cut off a half of our butter, and we also need to begin gathering other products and turning on our stove. So we're gonna set the stove to 375 degrees because the brownies need to be on a preheated oven. So here is our butter, but let's make sure that we turn on the oven once it's to 375 degrees. Make sure that there's nothing in the oven before you apply your brownies. So once the oven is on, then we're good. So let us go ahead and cut a half of the butter, just a half of your butter. Alright, now we got our half of a butter. We're gonna put it in the bowl with the chocolate because they both will be together. So the chocolate and the butter needs to be melted together. So once we do that, we're gonna put them in the microwave. You can put it on the stove, but let's wait and put it in the microwave. So let's wait until it is done warming in the microwave. I put it on 2 minutes. That should do the trick. So as we wait, let's go ahead and it is done. So what you're gonna want to do is mix that in a little bit so it doesn't look too oily. And once you're done with that, then you're good. So we need 3 eggs. They're going to be cracked first, and they're going to be going into the mixture right after you put in the sugar. So once each yolk is out, then you're good. Alright, so approximately a quarter of sugar is going to be used, and that is so that it doesn't be too bitter and you can have enough sugar to enjoy your brownies. So let's go ahead and put a quarter of sugar into the bread bowl. Now that we have our sugar, we're going to need to get some salt. So let's get the salt, and you're going to need about a pinch of salt for your mixture. So just 1 tad of salt and you're good. Alright guys, so now we are going to put in each yolk individually on top of the sugar. So once we get one yolk inside of the sugar, we're going to mix that yolk. Each is going to mix individually, like I said. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and mix the first yolk into the bowl. Make sure it's mixed thoroughly and properly. So you're going to want to turn your mixer to 1 so that you don't become overpowered by the mixer. Mix it good. Alright, now that the first one is in, let us put in another yolk. Boom. So now that that yolk's in, we're gonna go ahead and blend that into the mixture as well. Bingo. Starting to come together already. Looks like scrambled eggs. Alright, let's get our last egg inside of the bowl and let us mix it thoroughly until it is complete. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get the vanilla extract. And you're going to want to put a teaspoon of very a very dry teaspoon of vanilla extract. So I'm going to replace this spoon actually, sorry, my mistakes. But let's go ahead, get a dry one. And let's fill the spoon up with the vanilla and put it into the mixture. Alright guys, so now that that is settled, we're gonna go ahead and put our chocolate into the mixture along with that vanilla. We're gonna want to get all the chocolate out to ensure that no chocolate is left behind. So gonna get a spoon so that you can scoop all of the chocolate out of the bowl. Alright guys, so now that that is done, let us get to mixing. Going to want to mix very thoroughly, like I said, so that it blends in good. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and look for the sifter. for our flour and cocoa powder. Alright guys, so now that we have our sifter, you're gonna need a measuring cup so that you can fill that up with 1 cup of flour and a 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and fill this measuring cup up to 1 cup. It says it on the side. Just look at the mark. So now that that's done, we're gonna shake it and level it out. So now that we have our 1 cup, as it shows on the markings. Alright guys, so let us go ahead and dump the flour into the sifter. Bingo, so we got all the flour into the sifter now. So the next thing we're gonna do after that is we're going to get our cocoa powder. So this is the cocoa powder. Alright guys, so now that we got a 1/4 cup of cocoa powder, what we're gonna do is just take that cocoa powder and put it on top of our flour, and then we're going to sift it together. You're gonna wanna do it high up in the air, but not too much, so that it can smoothen out and only get the smooth pieces into the bowl. Alright guys, so now we're going to blend the cocoa powder and the flour in thoroughly with everything else that is inside of the mixture. You're going to want to blend until it is showing some signs of gooiness. Make sure that it's dark brown and you cannot see any more of the white flour pieces. Sometimes it may become too tough and you may have to use a spoon so that you can properly mix everything together.
So we're done mixing it. Now we're going to put it inside of the pan. Alright. So you're gonna want to use a spoon. And it looks a bit gooey, but that is fine. We're going to go ahead and evenly spread it out so that it fits to the edge of the pan. Alright, so it looks done. Now we're going to go ahead and put it inside of the oven.
So here's our final product. We're going to rest it into the baker now. Okay, now it's in the oven and we are going to wait 25 minutes until it is done. Alright, so now it's done. Let us go ahead and attempt to take it out of the oven. So it's pretty hot, so I'm gonna grab my mittens and I'm gonna try to scoop it out. Happy Mother's Day, everyone, and cheers to you all. Be blessed. See you guys later.